I am gaming. I am gaming. I am gaming podcast.
Hey everybody, my name is Ivica. Thank you so much for being on the latest episode of I'm Gaming Podcast. This is a podcast about the video game industry, entrepreneurship, gaming nostalgia, cool sci-fi tower defense games, and many more things I find to be in the same realm of business and creative ventures. Like always, first and foremost, a huge, enormous podcast thanks goes to my Patreon supporters. Without you, I would not be able to continue creating this podcast and reach episode 185, which is a lot. So big thanks to all of you. Please, everyone else, check out my Patreon supporters in the description below and their amazing ventures. If you'd like to become a Patreon supporter, that would be awesome as well. So please consider checking out my page again on Patreon, again in the description below. This episode is all about an amazing indie game I recently discovered, which is called the Fall of Aether Station. Aether Station, I'm not sure how to pronounce it correctly, but it is an amazing game if you're into tower defense and sci-fi and especially space battles and space-based combat. It's a game, you can find links in the description below that will take you to both the itch.io page of the game and its Steam page that presents an ability to enter a really dynamic and interesting system of tower defense, but with so many additional options that all showcase amazing game design, which I always kind of perceive and examine and I'm interested in. And all of that is wrapped in an amazing sci-fi atmosphere, both visually, narratively, and audio side of the story is there as well. So if you're a fan for games or you love to play games like, for example, Homeworld, this is going to be a game that you'll absolutely love. So the setup is really simple. You kind of take on a defense of a space station from a 2D top-down perspective. You set up your ships and then the waves of enemies come around. You have to defeat them and move through the storyline. As you do, you get access to bigger and bigger ships, which have more opportunities for upgrades and similar stuff that makes them more effective. And at the same time, you research technologies, expand technologies, and apply them to the same ships as well. Simple mechanic, but so much to do and so much to enjoy. Again, all of this is wrapped into a sci-fi tale with visual design and somewhat retro graphics, which work really well with the game, but the visual design overall is reminiscent of stuff like System Shock, like I said, Homeworld, and all of those basically classical sci-fi games that are amazing, that we all love if we're into sci-fi, and the Fall of Aether Station provides the same feel inside of a tower defense, pretty clear tower defense genre. So the whole project is amazing. If you'd like to support it, please check it out, especially if you're a fan of sci-fi, if you're a fan of tower defense. But most importantly, wishlist it on Steam. It should come out later this year. It needs wishlist to be introduced into as many wishlists as possible, and that would be incredibly helpful to its author and the team that is creating the game, which is a small team but clearly ambitious one, and one that has a super defined vision, which all sci-fi fans, all tower defense fans, and space battle gaming fans will appreciate in equal measure. So the Fall of Aether Station, the links are in the description below. Check it out, try it out, and enjoy it. It's still being developed. You can also provide feedback to Nibble Byte Games studio, which is developing the game. And of course, like I said, you can do the biggest help you can provide right now. That is to wishlist it on Steam as soon as you can. There you go. This was episode 185. It was all about this cool game I found. Hopefully I helped it to find you as well. So enjoy the game if you do. Support its creation. And thanks so much for listening. Thanks so much for being here. And hopefully you will be here for my new episode in precisely 7 days from now. Again, a big thanks goes to my Patreon supporters. You are all amazing. If you consider supporting me as well, please check out my Patreon page I would be more than happy to do kind of something for your venture as well and help spread the word in my modest capacity, of course. And the easiest way to support me is to simply subscribe to my channel and be here for my new videos. Until my next podcast episode or new video, thanks so much for being here, thanks so much for watching and listening. Have a great weekend, bye bye.